How do you go from being the most trusted talk show host in America to one of the most hated celebrity on the internet? Ellen DeGeneres spent decades building a brand around kindness, but it only took one viral thread to expose it as a lie and completely destroy her career. This is how Ellen DeGeneres fell off and why the internet hates her. Her downfall began in March 2020 when Kevin T. Porter posted a now viral tweet reading, "Right now we all need a little kindness." You know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about. She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive. Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll match everyone with $2 to an LA food bank. The tweet received over 2,300 comments, as many users described their horrible experiences with Ellen. One wrote, "Working for her, I was instructed that I couldn't look her in the eye and never, ever say hi to her first. But don't worry, she definitely won't be saying hi to you in the first place." Another commenter wrote, "When I was 15 at The Ellen Show was doing a contest of fans making a bust of her and sending it to her. I worked so hard on this and even wrote her a letter. Weeks later, she used it as a prop in a game and gave it away to a random person with $500 attached to the bottom." 3 months later, on July 17, 2020, BuzzFeed News published interviews with former employees of The Ellen DeGeneres Show, alleging that the workplace culture was toxic. One ex-employee told BuzzFeed, "That be kind bullshit only happens when the cameras are on. It's all for show. I know they give money to people and help them out, but it's for show." Another former employee said they were fired after an unusually difficult year that required them to take time away from work on 3 occasions, taking 3 weeks of medical leave after a car accident, working remotely for 2 days to attend a family member's funeral, and later taking 3 days off to travel for another family member's funeral. But the BuzzFeed article wasn't the only one exposing Ellen's behaviour behind the camera. Inside Edition also interviewed a former producer of the show who described the toxic environment on set.
This TV producer is speaking out on camera for the first time about what it was like working for Ellen DeGeneres.
Toxic, phony, hypocrite, liar. That's what she is.
Hedda Muscat was with Ellen from the beginning in 2003 when the talk show was launched.
We were told from the very beginning, don't talk to Ellen, don't do this, you can't, go into her office. It was very nerve-wracking, very stressful. We all walked on eggshells all the time.
Ellen's toxicity, however, wasn't limited to employees. On August 19, 2020, Deanna DeMatteo, a former audience member on The Ellen DeGeneres Show, appeared on Inside Edition, revealing that she had been instructed not to be funnier than Ellen during her appearance.
This audience member on The Ellen Show is now revealing how she went from thrilled to getting really upset. She says she was shocked when she was briefed on the comedy bit by the producers.
They tell you, you can't be smarter, funnier than Ellen. She's the comedian and the star, not you.
She also claimed that Ellen behaved completely differently behind the scenes.
How does the Ellen we see on TV compare to the Ellen you saw when the camera stopped rolling?
Totally different. She would only speak to the audience when the cameras were rolling. As soon as they turned the cameras off, she would not even acknowledge the audience. She would just sit on the couch, basically. Even when she exited, she just said what she had to say on camera and then walked off.
After the toxic workplace allegations surfaced, many people began pointing to additional moments that reinforced the perception that Ellen behaved poorly on camera as well. One of the most widely cited examples was when Ellen pressured Mariah Carey into confirming a pregnancy on television.
And then the other thing is that people are saying that that you're pregnant. There's rumors.
Don't discuss that.
All right. Well, you don't have to.
No, that's okay. No, honestly,
you don't have to answer me. Let's toast to you not being pregnant. If you're not pregnant, then we should.
My goodness.
You're pregnant. You're pregnant.
After the episode, Mariah Carey tragically suffered a miscarriage just weeks later. A year afterwards, she appeared on Larry King Live, visibly emotional and on the verge of tears while discussing the incident.
I have my own dog. Actually, she's pregnant. I have 2 dogs, both
Well, her master isn't.
Her master is, well, let me take some of the vodka next to me.
Why aren't you answering?
Ellen did that to me and tried to put me on the spot.
All right.
With some alcohol.
Okay.
Real alcohol.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
In an interview a year later on with Larry King, she's nearly in tears from discussing what Ellen did. The wound was still raw. In an interview from 2020 with Vulture magazine, Mariah Carey said that, quote, "I was extremely uncomfortable with that moment is all I can say, and I really have had a hard time grappling with the aftermath. I didn't enjoy that moment." What this did was show that Ellen's actions still hurt years and years after the fact, all just for a bit of gossip on daytime talk show that people only remember now because of how awful this really was.
This wasn't an isolated incident. Viewers also revisited an interview in which Ellen repeatedly pushed Taylor Swift about her dating life until Swift broke down in tears.
Here's a bell, and you ring it when...
Oh my God.
All right? We'll show pictures.
I don't know if I'm going to do this.
Yeah, you will.
This is the one thing that I have. It's like the one shred of dignity that I have is I know that...
What do you mean one shred of dignity? You're filled with dignity.
I don't know what I'm...
You're supposed to ring...
But I don't want to. I don't want to.
All right, I'll ring...
Because they'll send me angry emails and I don't want to get them.
I'll hold it for you. Oh, you didn't date him.
We didn't date.
No, he's getting married. Okay.
We didn't date. What are you doing to me? This is me.
Okay, all right.
As the allegations of a toxic work environment and Ellen's mean-spirited behaviour went viral, she finally addressed the crisis. Her first step was a lengthy internal apology to her staff, which read, "Hey everybody, it's Ellen. On day one of our show, I told everyone in our first meeting that the Ellen DeGeneres show would be a place of happiness. No one would ever raise their voice, and everyone would be treated with respect. Obviously something changed, and I am disappointed to learn that this has not been the case. And for that, I'm sorry. Anyone who knows me knows it's the opposite of what I believe and what I hoped for our show." Following this internal memo, Ellen took a 2-month hiatus. When she finally returned for the season 18 premiere, she addressed the public directly in a 7-minute monologue.
As you may have heard, this summer there were allegations of a toxic work environment at our show. And then there was an investigation. I learned that things happened here that never should have happened. I take that very seriously, and I want to say I am so sorry to the people who were affected. I know that I'm in a position of privilege and power, and I realize that with that comes responsibility, and I take responsibility for what happens at my show.
In the same monologue, Ellen promised a new chapter and vowed to move forward.
We have had a lot of conversations over the last few weeks about the show, our workplace, and what we want for the future. We have made the necessary changes, and today we are starting a new chapter.
But the public wasn't buying it. Over the following months, the show lost more than 1 million viewers, a 43% decline. In May 2021, less than a year after her public apology, Ellen announced that season 19 would be her final season of The Ellen DeGeneres Show.
Today, I am announcing that next season, season 19, is going to be my last season.
With her reputation in ruins, she also lost hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram and continued to lose large numbers of followers month after month. Her career as a daytime talk show host had effectively ended.
Adding in The Hollywood Reporter, as great as this show is, and as fun as it is, it's just not a challenge anymore. I need something new to challenge me, with her being exposed also clearly having an impact. She'd state the expose destroyed me, honestly. I'd be lying if I said it didn't. And it makes me really sad that there's so much joy out there from negativity. It's a culture now where there are just mean people, and it's so foreign to me that people get joy out of that.
In 2024, she attempted a comeback with a Netflix stand-up special titled For Your Approval.
You know, I used to say that I didn't care what other people thought of me, and I realize now, looking back, I said that at the height of my popularity. I'm here because I love doing stand-up, I miss doing stand-up, and I like making people happy, and I do care what people think. All right, well, let me catch up on what's been going on with me since you saw me last. Oh yeah, I got kicked out of show business.
However, it was met with poor reception, earning a 33% score on Rotten Tomatoes and a 5.1 rating on IMDb. In the end, Ellen DeGeneres didn't lose her career because of one tweet or a bad headline. She lost it the moment people realised the kindness was just a performance, and once the mask slipped, everything fell apart.